You've been roaming the web, trying to pick out some fragrances, looking for a blue, fresh fragrance to add to your arsenal, looking to not spend a whole bunch of money because you haven't gotten that stimulus check in the mail. 5 fragrances that are blue and fresh fragrances that won't hurt the pocketbook. And another one of my fast fives. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? My name is Joshua, and this is your channel, my channel. This is our channel, ScentSense. To all the loyal members, to you fine folks, wherever you may be, thank you so much. And to all you new people who are maybe sitting around, waiting on that stimulus check to come in the mail. Mine hasn't come in either. I'm right there with you. So why not just join the channel? That we will be in it together. 2 times. If you're unfamiliar with the channel, Fast 5 is making a video in under 5 minutes. Usually it's a little bit over, but never over 6 minutes. And today we'll be talking about 5 fragrances from the blue and fresh fragrance world that are around $30 or less, and you can find them on websites such as FragranceNet easily. Starting off the list is a fragrance that is usually the cheapest of the 5 and is easily one of the most popular cheapies when it comes to fragrances. From the house of Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage is a fragrance that has a slightly oceanic vibe. Think guys on a yacht, and it has this awesome ability to smell kind of like cucumbers. It's not bad, trust me. If you're looking for something that's super cheap, super easy to wear, and you can spray, and never push anyone away, check out Nautica's Voyage. Next up is a fragrance that I'm sure many of you have, and if you don't have, you've definitely heard of, but I'd be remiss not to mention it. From the house of Versace, my favorite, Poolroom. Versace Poolroom is a citrus, fresh, slightly musky fragrance that is a perfect Swiss Army knife that is perfect for any occasion. This is the predecessor to fragrances such as Dylan Blue, which are more focused on the ambroxan. This is more focused on those citrus notes and highlights those very much better. This is something more in the line of Allure Homme Sport. This will definitely work for you for a much cheaper price than the fragrance I just mentioned. From the house of Versace Poolroom. Next up is a fragrance from an overlooked house and an overlooked fragrance from an overlooked flanker line from an overlooked fragrance. The fragrance is Calvin Klein's Eternity. That one was definitely a classic back in the day. And let's be honest, most of the flankers missed the mark. I think this one didn't, and I definitely think this one is definitely under the radar. From the house of Calvin Klein, Eternity AQUA. Eternity AQUA is a super pleasant fragrance. Before I filmed this video, I was spraying these in my room to kind of get a refresher on it, and my wife asked me, what is this one? I sprayed almost 20 something fragrances, so that should tell you she picked this one out of the crowd. This is not ultra unique, but it is also not ultra overbearing. It's super cheap, super fresh, super inviting, and a perfect office fragrance. From the house of Calvin Klein, Eternity AQUA. If you're on a budget, especially in these tumultuous times, and you're a really big fan of Bleu de Chanel, but you don't have the coin to spend on that, look no further than MR.BURBERRY from Burberry. MR.BURBERRY is Bleu de Chanel at a much cheaper price. It's not exactly the same, of course, but it is also a fresh and slightly spicy fragrance. This is definitely going to exude masculinity, but with a fresh, new style. This is what Bleu de Chanel would be if it was made with much cheaper ingredients and at a much cheaper price. This will definitely work for you if you're younger, and this will definitely work for you, like I said, if you're cash strapped. From the house of Burberry, MR.BURBERRY. And before some of you trolls run around going, oh, he said it smells just like Bleu de Chanel. No, I didn't. I said cheap alternative. Calm down. Last but not least is a fragrance that is a brother to a ton of flankers that seem to never stop coming out. But in my personal opinion, I think this is the best flanker of the line, easily. From the house of AZZARO, AZZARO Chrome AQUA. Chrome AQUA is AZZARO Chrome with aquatic notes in it. This makes it much more fresh, not nearly as sharp, not nearly as metallic. This makes it much more people-pleasing. Not nearly as original as the original, but in my opinion, it's much better than a lot of the other fresh and aquatic and slightly sweet fragrances that are out there today. If you're looking to smell super awesome and super fresh on a super tight budget, go ahead and check out Chrome Aqua from AZZARO. All right, folks, that about does it for me. Hopefully I kept that in under 5 minutes. If I didn't, I definitely apologize. If you made it this far in the video, that means you've enjoyed the video or you're a glutton for punishment. Either way, go ahead and subscribe. And when you do, click the notification bell. That way, when the videos come out, you'll be the first to know. And as always, and most importantly, I'll smell each and every one of you later. Peace.